I like wake up, I have coffee, and when I start coming in, I start mentally like putting myself in maybe some scenarios for the day, like what I would do if this happened. And then when I get here, we brief at the station, and then we talk about things that happened during the day because I work night shift, and then we talk about things that we're gonna look toward to do tonight, like if there's extra patrols in an area, we talk about that. So after briefing, I come out to my car and I kind of get ready to hit the streets, and I look at the call log and see if there's any calls holding, and then I go to my calls. So I obviously have my firearm right here. This is gonna be my taser. It's yellow, as you can see. It's yellow, so that's my taser. This is gonna be my body camera, so it captures, I have to have it activated while I'm talking to citizens and on calls. Got my flashlight here. Another flashlight. Got my handcuffs, I got 2. Radio, and these are extra magazines for my firearm. These are scissors. And then tourniquet. I got 2 of those. So I got one here, one in my pocket. Got my OC spray back here, and an extra magazine for my rifle. I think I got used to it at this point, but it's a little bit heavy, so it took some getting used to. I think maybe an extra 30 pounds all the weight. So yeah. I'm not assigned to a specific district, so I'm called a floater car, so I kind of just patrol anywhere I want to go in the city. So I like to go out and look for like stolen cars or wanted subjects. So I'm just patrolling those areas, but any shift can look different, like because we get dispatched to different calls every day. Some days can be slower, which means we don't have a high volume crime, which now we can do proactive stuff. But some days we're call for call. We're going to 911 calls all the time, like from 5:30 p.m. to 5:30 in the morning. When I'm dispatched, I'll get dispatched on my computer, so it can make a little noise and kind of signify that I'm getting dispatched to something. And then I'll hear it over the radio. So the dispatcher will say my call sign, which tonight it's 3 Robert 17. They'll say where I'm getting dispatched to and what type of call it is and the location that I'm going to, and they'll just give me a little bit of details as to what the call is initially. And then over the radio, I'll notify dispatch that I heard them and that I'm gonna head there. 3 Robert 17 traffic.
3 Robert 17.
Charles Frank Victor. I'll be at the downtown Safeway gas pumps. So I try to, tell them who I am and just tell them the reason why they're being stopped, to try and put in that ease first, and then we can kind of have a conversation about it. She was a little bit animated, but she was totally fine with me. She's cooperative. She told me exactly what she did. She knew she ran the red light, and she owned up to it, which I totally respect with her. And she also didn't have her driver's license and didn't have insurance, and she was totally upfront about that too, so that I can respect, and we can have a conversation about that, which we did. And I think the contact was pretty positive overall. It did suck because she was going to receive a ticket for running the red light, but I think that it overall was a positive interaction with her. Reactive policing is when you're an officer or whoever, sergeant, is responding to a 911 call, so calls for service. So that means when a citizen or a bystander calls in and reports a crime or an incident that's occurring. So then we respond to that. So that's reactive. Proactive is when we're trying to be a police presence in a certain area. So an example of that could be if there's a high crime area in downtown Renton that a lot of auto thefts occur, is we're providing a police presence there and kind of patrolling around the area to prevent crime. So it's trying to stop the problems before they occur. So we can get dispatched to a variety of different calls. They could be people in crisis, they could be traffic collisions, they could be domestic violence calls, but they can be a variety of things. For this one, it was an elderly man that was disoriented. He seemed lost. He didn't really know what was going on. So, and he was kind of wandering the streets. So the citizen called it in. So we come up and we kind of start asking him questions. And very quickly we found out that he doesn't really know what's going on. He just seemed kind of like he didn't know where he lived. This guy, thankfully, I recognized him, and we had previous contact with him, so we were able to take him home. So the reason why I chose to be a police officer was because I think it was important to me to be serving the community, and also I wanted to help build the relationship between police and the community, because it's been a little broken, I feel like, in the past 5 to 10 years. So I wanted to be a part of that, and I just kind of wanted to change citizens' perspective on police. I didn't really grow up having the best views of police, but I know, most police officers are good human beings, so I wanted to try and change people's perspectives on that. And that was pretty much the main reason why I chose to be a police officer. Someone that's honest, someone that has integrity, someone that communicates well with others. I think a lot of our job is talking with people, whether it's your other officers or the community. I think being able to communicate effectively is a big one. I think someone that respects other people and takes the time to empathize with other people is a really good quality to have. Especially our job is sometimes high pressure and stressful. So I think someone that can remain calm and make decisions under pressure, like efficiently and quickly, I think is a good attribute to have. At the end of the day, it's rewarding. You get to help people in need. You get to help people, bring them out of bad situations sometimes. You get to put people in jail that need to be there, that commit crimes. There's so many aspects to this job that are very cool. You can be a canine handler, you can be a SWAT, you can be a detective. So I think that if you're fit to do this job and you want to help people, I think it's a great job to do.